So now we're going to be working the abs and the traps. The reason I like to put abs with legs is because I like to train my body as a system. And you're already working your core when you're working your legs. Aside from that, and you're also working your traps too when you're training your legs, especially doing the barbell, because you're squeezing your traps. So it's getting some kind of stimulus and activation there. But if I were to add abs and traps on upper body, it's like way too much. So I like to split my training like that. You know, upper body to have its own focus, and then lower body will be mixed with abdominal and trap. And it doesn't take away from your legs. You're still like right now when I'm doing my abs, yeah, I'm working my hip flexors because it's connected to my upper body and my lower body. They connect. But other than that, I mean, the main compound is done, so it doesn't really matter in my opinion. This exercise here with the decline sit-ups, I really enjoy. I never really worked my abs directly growing up. All my training, I really lack abdominal definition. I don't know why. I just never understood or took the time to understand the importance of abdominal core training and how if you have a strong core, that translates into everything else you do, every other workout. If you have a strong core, you're 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 pretty strong. Like there's no doubt. The way I've put it in my mind, it's like a bridge. A bridge is strongest at the beginning and at the end, but in the middle it's the weakest, right? Because it kind of bends. But that's where it needs to be the strongest. So same thing with the core. You can have strong legs, you can have a strong upper body from your chest up, your shoulders, arms, back. But if you have a weak core, I mean, you could be so much stronger, is what I'm saying. You can be so much stronger and have a stronger bridge and have no chinks in your armor. At least that's the way I look at it. So with this exercise, I found you train your abs just like any other muscle, right? It needs to be progressively overloaded, stimulated, just like you do your arms, your bicep curls, your back, your bench press, your squat, your deadlift. You know, add some weight for your abdomen. It's going to help it grow. When I do these, I'm focusing on going slow on the eccentric. So when you're lifting, there's eccentric and concentric. Eccentric is when you're lowering down the weight. It can be in any movement. Your biceps, when you're coming down on the bench press, when you're coming down on the squat. Right now, as I'm doing my abs, when I'm coming down, that's the eccentric movement, right? Is when you're coming down. The concentric, think of contraction, is when you're coming up. So bicep curl would be the movement up. This movement here, it would be coming up. So when I'm doing these, I'm focusing on the eccentric. I'm coming down slow and controlled. I'm really tightening my abs. I'm really giving it all I have. And then once I come to that point where I need to come up, I try my best to just curl up with it. But yeah, you're staying tight throughout the whole movement. And yeah, this movement is great. You guys should try it. For those of you that are not familiar with a hex bar or a trap bar, it's a bar shaped in a hexagon, right? It's got two handles, but you can use it a lot of different ways actually. And it's mainly, I mean, there's so many uses for it. I don't even want to say that it's made for one thing because it has so many uses. But I think what spawned it from what I've read and researched is a different variation of deadlift for people that have lack of mobility or certain injuries, specifically in their lower back. This allows them to get a different kind of range of motion instead of um, being in front, like instead of having the barbell being in front of them, it's on the side. So you basically step into the bar, you grab it like this, shoulder width, put your feet shoulder width apart, and you grab it right here, and you can just shrug up, or do like how I'm doing, where you bring it forward, and then you come up. Because the interesting thing about traps, well, I'm going on a tangent right now, but just to explain to you guys, the interesting thing is about traps is they sit behind you. So you can go up and you'll still get activation when you do shrugs. But if you go back and up, that's basically how the traps are shaped. Here, let me show you. I know I get kind of carried away with, I was explaining one thing and then going to another, but if you guys look at the muscular system here, see how they go in and up, connected to the neck, the trap right here. So by going back and then up, it basically follows the pattern of how they're actually shaped. Instead of just going straight up and down like this, it goes back towards the spine and then it goes up. So that's basically what you're doing when you go back and up instead of just coming straight up. You're going back, retracting the scapula, your shoulder blades, going back and then up, and you'll get more activation on your trap. So that's why I really like these. Go here, you go back like this. This is how I like to do them. And I basically just pretend like my hands are hooks. I'm letting my trap do everything. Now the slight bend in my arm as I come up, that's natural. I'm not like forcing the bend. And then you could flip the bar over and have like a different kind of grip. Instead of gripping this side right here, you would actually turn it over. It gives it a little more elevation. So this bar has many uses. It's one of my favorite bars, actually. I love the hex bar. And just to close my thought on concentric and eccentric movement patterns with exercise, research has been pretty consistent to show that eccentric is, I don't want to say it's more important because they're both important, right? It's important to slow down the weight and have control of it. Don't let it control you, right? But it's also important to make the objective of bringing the weight all the way up and getting that full rep. And so they're both important. But what I'm really trying to express is it's been pretty consistent in research showing that the eccentric is where the muscle tears the most. Like it's being actually torn. And so having control of the weight and really focusing on the eccentric is super important. You don't want to just drop the weight and let it come down and let it take you. You want to control it, fight against it, control it. And then once you get to that point when you're done with the movement, then that's when you focus on bringing it up, getting a good rep in. I just wanted to close my thought on that because I don't think one is more important than the other. But if you're not already, start focusing on the eccentric movement because a lot of people neglect it. I made the same mistake when I started. Is okay, as long as I get the weight up, that's where I'm good. But it's quite the contrary. You want to focus on both. You want to bring the weight up and you want to slow it down. Oh yeah, I love this movement. Like I could feel the stretch in my trap when I come forward. When I come forward like this, I could really feel it pulling me down like forward. And it's really good because I know I could feel the stretch literally. And then I come up with it. So yeah, it's awesome. Next, I'm gonna do Bulgarian split squats. And I actually found this trick. A lot of people, including myself, you struggle to like, am I far enough? Am I close enough from the bench? And you kind of like have to like stumble around and find your footing, right? But what you do is you sit on the bench. You don't have to sit, just sit normal. You don't have to sit too far or too close to the edge. Just sit normal. And then you extend your leg. It doesn't have to be fully straight. You can have a slight bend in it, just whatever's natural. And then you come up, and then you lift and you place your foot here. And that's pretty much the distance that you need to clear the bench and not like be awkward in an awkward position. So you guys should try it. And then when you do the next leg, you just sit down, you do the same thing, slight bend, come up, find the bench with your foot, and then come up. Bulgarian split squats, they're definitely challenging. Single leg work is important. Just think of it this way. When you're taking a knee and you have to stand up, or when you bend down, you tie your shoe, right? And you get up. It's like normal patterns as humans that we do every day that we don't really think about. But when you come into the gym and you train that way, you're helping your future you. So as you get older, as you progress in life, if you have an injury, or God forbid if anything happens, but like if you sustain an injury, being strong, being in the gym, having some kind of musculature defense, it's gonna help you. So why not bulletproof your body while you can and while you're able to? So let's get these Bulgarian split squats. So I just started with these not too long ago. So you guys are gonna see me struggle with these because I've never really implemented single leg work, very rarely. But it's something I'm starting to do now because of the way I think now. And yeah, I just want to share that with you all because why not start early while you can, like I said. That wraps up today's video. I don't do much on lower days because it just takes so much out of me, especially if it's a squat or a deadlift. But I feel pretty good. I feel accomplished. That third, fourth rep really got me. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay intense. Stay intentional. I'll catch you guys in the next one.